Hey guys! For some reason, it feels like it's been quite a long time since I've sat in front of the camera to film a book video. I don't know why that is, because it hasn't been a long time. So today I thought I would film for you part 1 of my bookshelf tour. I should probably clarify, my bookshelf tour will probably take quite a few parts. I have, at last count, 350 to 400 books in my room, so it's gonna take a while. I'm not just gonna go through my books and say, these are the books that I have, title. I'm probably gonna stop for each one and say a single sentence of what I thought of it, and generally I talk about books a lot. I talk about books and I have things to say about books and opinions to share about books. So, bookshelf tours where I talk about the books on my shelves, where I have like a whole bunch to talk about at once, it's gonna take a while. So I'm just gonna upload this in like installments. So I don't expect them to be longer than a normal video, and it shouldn't take, like, you don't have to block out an hour to watch my bookshelf tour unless you want to after I put up all of the pieces. And they're not all gonna go up at once either. I should also clarify, I'm just gonna film these when I have time, or if I feel like doing it instead of doing a book review. That should be enough of an intro for that. Okay, so here's a basic overview of all of the shelves I have, with kind of subgenres, or subgenre titles. There is classics, kids' books, books aimed at, like 12-year-olds. What looks like sci-fi, historical, and the beginning of my adult books. All of my books that are aimed at adults. Over here, this is the back side of my Harry Potter kind of shelf. Books that I need to read, books that I need to read, books that I need to give back to people that I've finished, that I have borrowed from them. List of books or pile of books that I need to read. Books that I'm in the middle of. Books that I need to read soon. The other side of my Harry Potter shelf. Then over here, there is teenagers getting themselves into trouble, high fantasy, and non-fiction. And then finally, on the other side of the room, in this little shelf, books that I have not read that I want to read at some point in my life, and they're also in this little cupboard underneath it as well. Okay, here's a basic overview of the shelf we will be doing tonight, which, because it's rather late, is basically the best lit shelf that I have. So to start off, on this side, the Disney Family Story Collection, which is a bunch of, storybook versions of Disney movies. Hans Andersen's Fairy Tales and other Hans Andersen fairy tales. I haven't read either of these since I was a child, or had them read to me. Wicked and Son of a Witch, the Barnes & Noble Fancy Edition. It's really pretty. I really like this one. It's so beautiful. Haven't actually read it because I also have paperback copies of Wicked and Son of a Witch, so this is my nice copy that will stay nice. Then I have The Land of Oz and The Wizard of Oz, which are in the wrong order, and here's another copy of The Wizard of Oz, so I have those. The Trumpet of the Swan by E.B. White, Stuart Little, also by E.B. White, and Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. My mother used to read these to me when I was little, and I read them for myself as well. Beauty and the Beast and Other Classic Fairy Tales. The Secret Garden. This is also a really nice, actually, Hallmark edition. It used to have a lot more of this gold stuff, but when I was quite small and didn't know how to appreciate it, I scratched it off. I really like this because it has nice illustrations. Oh, no, the books have fallen. Spinning. Okay. Beatrix Potter, Treasured Tales, and Best Loved Tales. I don't remember ever reading these, but I'm sure they were read to me at one point. Jane Eyre, Unabridged, by Charlotte Bronte. I have read this all the way through once, and about halfway through another time. I had troubles getting through this. I felt it was very dry, but that was probably because I read it when I was very young. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I have borrowed Well, I got this one from my grandmother, and it's a very nice edition. It also has illustrations. Then I have Agatha Christie books, and Then There Were None and Murder on the Orient Express. Anne of Green Gables by something Montgomery. Black Beauty by Anne Sewell. I remember this book came with a necklace that was taped to the cover, and so there's this little thing here. I always thought it looked like a tear, that the horse was crying or something, but that's actually just the tape took stuff off the front, but I thought it still looked kind of nice. Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. I had to buy this last year for my AP English class. Well, I didn't have to buy it. I wanted to after my AP English class. Then I have abridged versions of Little Women and Jane Eyre. And that is my classics shelf, I guess. It's where I keep all of my classic books. Oh, hey there. So I've changed. That was my bookshelf tour. Or, well, the first part of it, anyway. If you like this and want to see more of me, subscribe and like down below. I don't know, for a bookshelf tour, for my hauls and stuff, I've been putting the books that I've listed in the video just in a list in the description. I don't know if I should do that for the bookshelf tour. I don't think I will. Just because there are so many as compared with a book haul where I generally have like 6-ish average books to put in the description, whereas this is probably more along the lines of like 20 to 30 books. So, I don't know. Bye!